Hey there everyone, back with some MCU news, and this is actually going to be a re-upload of the video I did yesterday on the Variety article of Marvel at Crisis, because for some reason there was no sound on this video. I really don't know why, so we are going to go at it again. Now, because this is a re-upload, we are going to do this more thoroughly, and we are going to break this down one by one. At first, we are going to start with Blade. Now, for the past like 3 or 4 years, just after Endgame happened, and Disney announced all of the things, right? Like all the new characters coming to the movies as well as the TV shows, and that got us all excited, especially when they announced Blade, two-time Academy Award winner, Oscar winner, Mahershala Ali was going to play Blade. It was like at those times. And yeah, it didn't happen. It got delayed. And then when it was going to start production, the WGA strike happened, the SAG strike happened, and the SAG strike's still going on. And unfortunately, Blade was literally taken off the schedule. So we don't know when it's going to be released. But what was the problems? Why was it being delayed? Now, from that Variety article, we came to know that there was 5 writer changes. Five writer changes and 2 director changes. One of the spokespersons said to Variety that basically in the first drafts of the script of Blade, he was going to become the 4th lead in his own movie. That's how bad it was. The plan was that it would become a female-led movie. Basically, oh my god, it's so bad. I can't even find the words. Basically, it would become an all-female-led movie where the first 3 characters would all be females, and Blade would become a background character, basically a 4th lead character. I'm saying a lot of basically. I don't know why, because I'm literally out of words. And that's the reason why Mahershala Ali almost walked out of Blade. I mean, how could you even think that Blade, the first Blade movie, everyone loves the first 2 Blade movies. We're not going to talk about Blade 3, but everyone loves those first Blade movies. They saved Marvel from bankruptcy. Marvel was going bankrupt at that time, and Blade saved them. And when the 3rd movie happened, the same problem happened. Wesley Snipes was not happy that he was being toned down as a 3rd or 4th lead in his own movie. So a lot of shenanigans happened, and that movie flopped. They didn't learn from it. I'm surprised. Kevin Feige was at Marvel in those times, like not at the position of power right now, but he was there. He would have learned from these. And I'm guessing because Bob Chapek took a lot of power from him, we're going to talk about that as well. He couldn't say anything, and that's why when finally he got back his power under Bob Iger, he was like, yeah, we are not going to do this. No. And finally, I think they have course corrected. And I'm guessing whenever the SAG strike ends, they're going to go into production. That's Blade. Let's go into the Marvels. Oh boy. We made a lot of videos on this one. And yeah, as I said, we already made a lot of videos on this one. The projection is not looking good. It has been revealed now that the person who is coming out of the Bifrost is not Thor. It's Valkyrie. You guys teased Thor through that Bifrost, and now it's Valkyrie. Oh boy. So yeah, this movie is not looking good. The projections are not good. Kevin Feige put an embargo on it, a review embargo, just before the day of its release. But actually, the release is the embargo lifts on the day of its release. So yeah, not good at all. This does not look good for the Marvels. Also, news came out from the Variety article that Nia DaCosta, the director of this movie, literally left post production to do another movie. You got the opportunity to direct an MCU movie, and just after the production finishes, the post production starts, you leave the post production of that movie, and that's what actually made them into this mess. So yeah, they dug their own grave on this one. Not a good look. Then comes the talk about the VFX issues. So basically, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania was supposed to release after the Marvels, but it was moved up, and that's why the VFX looked so bad. And they made a scapegoat, and I forgot the name of the executive that they fired, Victoria Alonso. Yeah, Victoria Alonso, and saying that because of her, this was happening. But truly, it was Bob Chapek's fault. He's the one who mandated all these releases, all these movies, all these TV shows. And how do you expect your VFX workers to put in that kind of an effort and make everything a-okay? That's not possible in such a short amount of time. No wonder the Marvel VFX workers are unionizing. Actually, they have already unionized. So there you go. And let's go to the writers. She-Hulk, Secret Invasion, again, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. The writing on these movies and TV shows, especially the Disney TV shows, has been horrendous, and that's an understatement. She-Hulk and Secret Invasion especially were so bad it put off the the audience who watched the Marvel TV shows and was like, nah, we won't watch this anymore because they have been very, very bad. And again, this goes back to, if you're hiring your top writers to do the top stuff like Kevin Feige did, but when you're putting out like 4 movies and 4 TV shows a year, you won't have the best of the best working on each and every one of them. So what do? You hire the less better ones, as I would kindly put, and put them on these TV shows, which turned out bad. I checked out the writers for She-Hulk and Secret Invasion, and they have little to no credit almost. And Secret Invasion literally had a huge F up in their pre-production. They had to change writers and directors themselves. Again, just like the Blade thing, it seems behind the scenes, Marvel has a lot of changing for writers and directors. It's not working. And again, this comes down from that mandate from Bob Chapek. So basically, John Campea was talking about this since last 2-3 years. And I've been listening to him, and it seems he was right. He and Robert Meyer Burnett, both of them were right. Bob Chapek's mandate has literally spread Kevin Feige so thin, and they took his power away from him. It really messed things up, and now we're seeing the effects of it. I would also like to, talk about. There were a lot of more things to talk about. So these are the problems basically on the Marvel level. Now they have to scale it down because the bigger problem is Jonathan Majors, who's supposed to be the new Thanos. And Kang was supposed to be a huge threat, but Jonathan Majors got himself into a debacle. Now, it does not matter if he's guilty or if he's, innocent. The damage has been done. This will go to court in trial this month. And while that's going on, you can't do any movies with him. Disney has already pulled out sorry, a movie of Jonathan Majors from the Shadow. It's not going to be released. So yeah, they can't make go forward with him as Kang anymore. Now this like second choice here is the first choice here is recast him as Kang, or just remove Kang and make a new villain, a Doctor Doom maybe. Why? Because look, Kang, as big of a threat he is to the Marvel universe, he was beaten by Ant-Man. Number one. Number two, in Loki season 1, he who remains a variant of Kang was killed by Loki and Sylvie. In Loki season 2, Victor Timely, another variant of Kang, died in the last episode. So because they have infinite number of Kangs, we are supposed to be scared of it, where literally B, C, D level characters are beating Kang. So yeah, Thanos and Kang not on the same level. It's not working. That's another mess. That's another mess Disney is in. Although this mess, not their fault. Most probably it's more on Jonathan Majors if he's found guilty. But yeah, the things that go on screen, that is of course Disney's fault or Marvel's fault. So yeah, there you go. These are, I think I would say, the bigger takeaways of that Variety article, Marvel at Crisis. I would end my video with this. I was watching The Critical Drinker, and he said this thing in the last moments of his video that actually made me thinking, why is this coming out now in Variety? You know, like outlets like Variety, Deadline, Hollywood Reporter, they actually defend what MCU or Disney does as a whole. They keep defending them, although they're not good. But why are they doing it right now, just after that South Park into the Panderverse episode dropped? You know, blasting and burying Kathleen Kennedy and her Lucasfilm and Star Wars stuff. Basically burying Disney as a whole. Why is this coming out now, just after that? That really is a food for thought. So yeah, what do you guys think about this? Please let me know in the comments. Please like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.